What's up, everyone, and welcome back to the Stocks with Mike and Tom show. We have a lot of very important things to cover for the market this week. Last week was brutal. We have a lot of big things to talk about with Ford maybe selling some Rivian shares. We have some new important Russia updates. We have some big news with Meta and a lot of other pretty big earnings this week. So make sure to stick around to the end of today's video. Crazy things are going to happen in the market this week. But Tom, fill us in. What's on the schedule?
Yeah, so lots of big events are coming up after Powell spoke last week. And as we know, the market got extremely volatile. We saw the SPY shoot all the way up to 429 and then fall all the way back down to around that low of 405 on Friday there. So it got really low, which was very unfortunate. But in the end here, there was a lot of selling pressure on Friday, Mike, and these events this week could maybe turn the tides. So one big thing that I saw is that Ford is going to be selling shares of Rivian. So this is not good. I know Rivian has been a highly touted EV stock over the past couple of years. It's had a lot of hype around it and everything. But as we know, their share price has been continually selling off. And the big reason why they're able to sell out of this is because the lockup for the stock expires today, which is Sunday. So this is very important here. The lockup's expiring and Ford's selling 8 million of their shares, but then JP Morgan Chase is also going to be selling a share block between 13 million and 15 million shares for an anonymous seller. So that's a pretty big statement there, Mike. That's 13 to 15 million shares. That's even more than Ford. So we're going to see a lot of selling pressure on Rivian come Monday morning. And who knows, we might see the stock gap down, but who knows, Mike, this stock's probably going to be extremely volatile tomorrow.
No doubt. I remember when everyone was hyping up Rivian so much just last year, and it's been a wild ride for the company, and it's very interesting to see, some of its earliest investors like Ford dumping shares now after it fell by, what is that, like 70 or 80% over the past couple months?
Yeah, that is extremely interesting because it kind of makes you think they would almost be a little bit bearish on the company if they're doing that.
Yeah, no doubt. So that's interesting there, Tom. I know that there's a lot of crazy things going on in Russia and all that stuff. So what's new with that?
Yeah, so in Russia, as we know, there's been a weird situation with Mariupol. So what's been going on is that pretty much there's been a lot of civilians and also troops stuck in the Mariupol steel plant. But as you can see by the report by the Washington Post here, women and children have been evacuated from the plant. So what people are kind of speculating that's going to happen here is that Russia might end up pushing into the plant and clearing it out, obviously. And here's kind of a picture of it. So you can see it's obviously a very big area. It's not just some small steel plant or anything. It's a very large area in the city of Mariupol. And, there's a lot of people held out in here. So it's going to be tough for Russia to push in there, but either way, that's pretty much what people are speculating. And then also we have Victory Day coming up here over the next 24 hours. So this is going to be a big important event. People are kind of saying that Russia might push into there whenever Victory Day happens, because as we know, Victory Day marks their victory over Nazi Germany in 1945.
Yeah, so I know some people are speculating some pretty scary things. So no one really knows what's going to happen besides Putin. So I don't know. It's going to get interesting to say the least, but it definitely is some pretty important information to keep in the back of your mind. So thanks for that, Tom. I also know we have some pretty big news with Meta. So what's going on there?
Yeah, this is actually pretty big here. So they're opening their first stores as it looks like they're trying to push their VR headsets. And as we can see, there's kind of a picture here of what their store is going to look like. And Mike, it kind of reminds me of the setup of like an Apple store or something like that. You might be able to go in and test out a couple of these different headsets and maybe see how they're performing. But as we know, Facebook or Meta, they kind of bought out Oculus over the past couple of years, and it's been a pretty big revelation as they've been getting into more of the metaverse and different things like that. So to see them pushing this a little bit more is big. And as we can see here, it says the Facebook parent company is prepared to lose $10 billion on its hardware division, Reality Labs, this year, as reported a close a loss close to $3 billion in the most recent quarter. So they're prepared to lose quite a bit on their hardware division, but they're really trying to push these headsets either way. And I feel like over the next few years, Mike, it'll end up being a lot better for them whenever the metaverse gets a little bit more implemented.
For sure. So yeah, I mean, it's definitely cool information there. I know the metaverse and virtual reality is definitely a trending industry slash just thing you can say, and it appears that Meta is really looking to capitalize on that. So we will see. And then Tom, I know earnings have been pretty crazy over the past couple of weeks. What's on the schedule for this week?
Yeah, as we can see, stocks were going crazy last week, like DraftKings, even kind of like dropping back down there. But more big ones are coming up this week, Mike. We have on Monday, Palantir before market open. And then after close, we have Upstart and AMC. I know that's going to be really big for a lot of people tomorrow. Then we have Plug Power. We have Blink 2, even LMND. So Monday is going to be big. Tuesday, Mike, after close, we have Roblox, Oxy, Coinbase, Unity, Win, Matterport, RKT. I think Tuesday is going to be a huge day. Wednesday, we have Disney. So as you can see here, guys, screenshot this if you guys want to, keep track of it all. But there's a lot of big ones this week. It's nothing like we saw over the past couple weeks with like Apple or anything like that. But, Disney's pretty big.
Yeah, I think my most watched stock for this week will be Roblox because they report earnings on Tuesday after close, and they had so much hype last year, but they've been their stock has been absolutely brutal this year. Like, I look at the stock, I'm like, how much lower can it go? And I know that's not a good question to be asking, but I'm curious if earnings can help turn this one around because it's just been selling day after just it's been really bad with Roblox.
Yeah, it really has. And look at that IV. It's even all the way up to like 126%. It's been like really flying up as the stock's falling. So we're definitely seeing a lot of selling pressure out of some of these growth stocks that are reporting. Even Disney that reports on Wednesday, Mike, is almost all the way down to $100 a share again. They've even been selling off. So it's not even really the growth stocks. It's just stocks across the board. But yeah, there's some big ones. My favorite one's probably going to be, Roblox is big, Mike, but obviously Disney is going to be a huge one. I can't wait to see how they report with their streaming numbers and everything like that. I know Netflix recently took that huge tumble to the downside. So I really hope Disney can hold up a little bit better than that.
Yep, true that. All right, well, I just want to give a giant shout out to our member of the day, Corbin. Thank you so much, Corbin, for all of your support on YouTube and the Discord. Tom and I really appreciate you. So again, thanks for everything, Corbin. Huge shout out to you. But Tom, let's get right into these momentum plays for tomorrow. With the first one, we have CRWD to the downside.
Yeah, so with CrowdStrike, go ahead and make them break below 160. That's a pretty good even level there.
All right, and with the next one, we have Enphase also to the downside.
Yeah, Enphase. I love actually Enphase. I wish they were back to the upside, Mike, but I guess for tomorrow, go ahead and make them break below 164.50.
All right, and then with the last one, we have Square to the upside.
Yeah, here we go. So go ahead and make Square break above, let's say, $98.50.
All right, so we are watching Square for a potential day trade to the upside tomorrow, only if it breaks above the level Tom listed. And then we are watching Enphase and CRWD for potential day trades to the downside tomorrow, only if they break below the levels Tom listed. But Tom, do you have any last minute plays or favorite setups for the week?
Yeah, there's a lot of big setups this week, especially in the oil sector. So whenever I look at crude oil here, it was really flying up to end the week last week. I wonder if people are kind of speculating if the situation with Russia might start to escalate soon. But either way, oil's up a lot. If we start to break out above like $111 again, I think we might see a pretty big uptrend this week. So definitely be on the lookout for this. Oxy also reports earnings this week. And as you can see, their stock was really flying up on the daily chart, actually making new yearly highs. I know that Warren Buffett and a lot of people have been buying up a lot of shares of Oxy. So it's kind of cool to see them making new highs again, Mike. I know that Warren Buffett's going to be real happy about that. And then, of course, we can't forget about the S&P 500. It's actually at a pretty crucial level here. We can see that the SPY dropped down to 405 last week. And if we start falling back below 405 this week, man, it might be a pretty bad sell-off. Obviously, the next major level will be right around $400 even there.
Yeah. All right. There we go. Also, if you trade options, make sure to check out that first link in the description and the comments down below to trade with our bot. You get access to daily options, day trades, a bunch of other custom bots. You can chat with Tom and myself all day long, a private community, and we have a lot of other great features for options traders. You can cancel at any time. We have a coupon running. Definitely check it out. It's going to be that first link in the description and the comments down below. Our bot's awesome, and you won't find it anywhere else. So make sure to check it out. Besides that, guys, let's have an amazing week.